100,000 people are running this 76th edition of the Examiner Beta Breakers, and nothing distinguishes this race from any other more than the colorful, creative, and absolutely crazy costumes worn by the Centipedes. Here's Wendy Takuda on Centipede Patrol.
Centipede madness started about 10 years ago, and every year they just get bigger and better.
We're the unsung heroes of the San Francisco Opera, the supernumeraries.
The supernumeraries?
They're the people that fill the stage and never sing.
Now, you have a little slogan that you sing, right? Can you do that for us?
All right, you ready? We're just a bunch of cards. Big deal. Big deal. We're just a bunch of cards.
What are you?
We're a computer-designed anti-gravity centipede.
We call ourselves the Runny Noses.
The runny nose?
Yes, with a sense of direction.
And over here to my right, we have a huge pig that is being carried by the employees of MacArthur Park. Can you guys lift this up so we can go inside the pig? It is huge in here. How long is this thing? How long is this thing?
To qualify, the Centipede has to have 13 runners, and the body has to be 60 feet long. Twinkie feelers are supposed to be on the head of each individual segment.
13 people running, but you know the rules. You're supposed to have a stinger. So where's your stinger? I got the stinger right here.
But more importantly, you have to have what it takes to be a pede.
It takes a person who likes to have fun.
Somebody without a great deal of self-consciousness.
Well, it takes really a celebrity to be a centipede, because you've got to have a certain type of character. You've got to have wit, charm, strength, everything you need to carry that pig with pride.
It is to ride in the Beta Breakers all the way.
Hey. Stay with us now for the exciting finish of the 1987 running of the Examiner Beta Breakers.
Let me guess, a bumblebee.
Yeah, you got it.
How about that? Stung anybody on this trip?
I'm gonna sting you.
Wow, stung by a bee. We love it on the Hickory.
This year's race would bring the lead runner to the finish with a commanding lead.
Okay, Wayne, I don't think Arturo realized it, but he came through 7 miles just 4 seconds behind Ed Eyestone's record. He could still break it, but I don't think he knows what the record is. He's picking up the pace a little bit, but because he's got no challenge, he might not make it. One other thing about Arturo, he's a mechanical engineering student, and he's going to go for his MBA after he tries to win the Olympic 10,000 meters.
Glenn, you want to talk about what he will get when he wins this Beta Breakers race?
Absolutely. He's going to get a $25,000 BMW. He's going to get a free ticket, 2 free tickets to Hong Kong. We're just coming down the final stretch onto the Great Highway. Here he's into the final turn, and he's going to make the sprint for the finish. He's still close to the record, but I'm not sure he's going to make it.
All right, Glenn, thank you very much. You see the record of 34-32 set just last year by Ed Eyestone. Eyestone was much in the same situation. No one was pushing him at the end, but Barrios now is just kind of coasting in, and whether he gets the record or not, he is certainly going to be the winner of the 76th Examiner Beta Breakers. And he did it in a cakewalk. Seemingly a man that likes to come from behind in most of his races. He did not do that this time. After he took the lead from Rod Dixon just coming over the Hay Street Hill, he was in command all the way, and he will be the winner of this 1987 Examiner Beta Breakers. Unofficial time, you see it up top left, 34 minutes, 44.8 seconds.
Right here, sir.
Arturo Barrios. So there you have it. Barrios, Curp. Go back now to Kate Kelly.
Well, Wayne, Rosa Mota has really poured it on here. She did 1 mile just back there in 5 minutes and 1 second. She hit the 7-mile mark at 36:55. Lisa Martin is still in second place, and she's trying to kick up her way to catch Rosa Mota.
Kate, something that Arturo Barrios just said reminds me of Rosa Mota. He said he loves the people. It got him up, and he didn't even feel any pain. Rosa Mota, when she was asked at the press conference why she came, in her broken English, she said, the people. Has she been looking at all to the sides, smiling at all?
Yes, and a lot of people have recognized her and yelled, "Go, Rosa," and she's responded quite a bit. In fact, some of them are yelling how far back Lisa Martin is, so that she will know how far back her nearest opponent is. So we're just about to curve onto the Great Highway, and you'll see her make that last 240-yard stretch as we round the bend right now.
I figure anybody who weighs under 100 pounds has got to be the crowd favorite.
You know what's sensational about the Beta Breakers race right here? Now you have Rosa Mota, who is going to be the women's winner. 2 years ago, it was Joan Benoit Samuelson. Last year, Greta Weitz. This year, Rosa Mota. They finished 1, 2, 3 in the 1984 Olympic Marathon in Los Angeles. We've had all 3 of those medal winners win the Beta Breakers in the last 3 years.
Well, that's the excitement of the finish for the top runners, and what's it like for the rest of the pack? In a technological Beta Breakers first, we take a home movie look at the world's largest foot race.
Ever since man invented sports, there have been people who've wanted to see them. KBIX, with the help of space-age technology, has managed to cover every angle of the humongous Beta Breakers race. Land, sea, and air. Wireless this and microwave that are terms heard oh too often in the KPIX control room during race day. Well, there's a new technology in town. It's the Handycam. Yes, the Handycam can make ordinary people into videographers. That's video photographers to you and me. We decided to hand some of these babies out to some typical runners to give us a home movie look at the race. First, world-class runner Nancy Ditz on the Nancy Cam. Here she's seen warming up before the big race. Here's some exclusive video of what Nancy will wear during the race. We end with that oh-so-important call to the old bookie before the B2B. We handed the Handycam to some runners to see what the race looked like from their point of view. The people from MacArthur Park and their pig centipede, did I say that? Will be KPIX's official ham cam. This is from inside the pig. Wow. Dennis Farrell, the man who controls all the money at KPIX, is our next instant cameraman.
Well, somewhere between 1 and 2 miles. It's just now beginning to open up a little bit. Gee, I wonder if anybody would notice if I stopped for a cup of coffee. I think somewhere along the line, there was administrative foul-up because I should have been up front. There must be some mistake. As it is right now, I'll probably finish in the top 110,000. Although I feel real good, I think.
Only one thing left to say. Back to you, Wayne.
There are, of course, some serious centipedes that compete with one another on the course. The Aggies had always taken pride in finishing ahead of the first woman, but that string of victories was broken by Joan Benoit 2 years ago. Now they face a threat by a new centipede on the block, the Speedopede.
In the past 7 years, the Aggies have run rampant in the Beta Breakers, beating centipedes, embarrassing lead women, and taunting world-class athletes like little Joni Benoit. But this year, there is a new pede on the block. The Maxwell Power Pede is hot on their tail and are confident they can match the Aggies stride for stride and insult for insult.
I mean, these guys call themselves serious runners, and they're beaten by women.
We found Aggies coach Peanut Harms at Stanford Stadium checking out the new competition, and he had this observation.
They have some good guys, but I tell you, psychologically, I don't think that they're up to the task.
Despite his overconfidence, Coach Harms decided to stick around and watch the Power Pede go through their paces. And of course, he displayed his usual flair for good sportsmanship.
One down, 12 more to go.
The Power Pede countered with a few jabs of their own. As usual, the Centipede competition is in perfect harmony and ready for the start of the race. Good luck, guys, and may the best pede win.
We'll be back in a moment with Joe Fonzie at the finish line and interviews with the winners.
Bless you.
Bless me. Lord knows, honey, after this
I wish I was a nun. I could have been done by the race by now.
Yeah, I wish you were a flying nun, too. Then we could go together. I'd say that. Have a good time.
Never really got a chance to take a look at the race course. Kind of interesting strategy to run it cold like that. Your thoughts about it?
Well, you know, this is a wonderful race. I mean, there are a lot of people. I don't know how many people, close to 1 million people. So that's why, you know, even if you are tired, you know, the people are going to cheer you up. So I wasn't even tired because of the people.
Rod Dixon at the hill. That's considered one of the critical points on this race, the Hayes Straight Hill. He charged out, left you behind a little bit, but then you made your move down the hill. What was your thought, your thinking there strategically at that point?
Well, you know, I was here, okay, so that's why, you know, I tried to stay right behind Rod Dixon. And then on the downhill, I tried to go. Because I'm a good downhill runner. So that's why, you know, I tried to go. And I was feeling okay, so that's why, you know, I decided to take a chance. And it paid off.
Soon after Joe spoke with Arturo Barrios, he joined up with elated women's winner Rosa Mota.
Rosa, let me ask you first, you were running with Lisa Martin pretty much neck and neck there for a while, then you ran away from her. What was it that made you decide that was the time to make your move?
I feel good, and I think it's the time to start to run fast because I know Lisa, she's faster than me in short distance. I am a marathon. I am not fast in the last meters.
One final thing, this race has been described in all kinds of various ways, but to be there and to see the people, your thoughts about seeing this race in person for the first time?
Eu penso da prova, né? Acho que é uma prova muito boa porque, quer dizer, eu competi a sério, mas acho que se cria um ambiente muito bom à partida, com esta malta toda a fazer festa. Acho que é mesmo um dia de festa para todos.
It's really a very, very happy day for everybody in the race, and you get very nice feelings between everybody in the race, and she really enjoys that very, very much.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you back next year, and congratulations. Thank you to both of you.
Thank you.
Rosa Mota, women's champion of the 1987 Beta Breakers. Let's go back to the studio now.
Speaking of finishers, what happened to Dave Horning out there in the water?
Well, the runners keep talking about the Hayes Street Hill as the tough part, that the biggest challenge Dave faced was swimming through the currents of the Golden Gate's choppy potato patch.
You really start to slow down and you're no longer generating enough body heat. Yeah, I mean, you can go into hypothermia, in which case it'd be very dangerous.
Dave's been in the water now for about an hour. He's approaching the bridge and the halfway mark.
Hey, this was great. Under the bridge was outrageous. Oh, it was beautiful. I mean, what a sight. That's when I rolled over and did a little backstroke, look up at it, singing San Francisco, open up your pearly gates or golden gates, whatever it was. Oh, it was outrageous. Then the tide picked up. Boom, we just zoomed out through that next couple of miles.
As the first runners top the Hayes Street Hill, Dave still faces the toughest part of his swim. As he approaches the rough waters of the open ocean, a new problem is added. A giant tanker is headed right for him, and Dave will have to avoid it. At 9:15, Dave reaches the finish line and starts to head towards the beach, but the heavy surf makes it dangerous and difficult. Finally, at 9:25, Dave steps ashore. Although Dave did not beat the record set by Suzanne Heim in 1982, he did swim the 10-mile course in 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Is this San Francisco? This must be Beta Breakers.
All right, Dave.
Good job.
All right.
Good deal. 76th annual Beta Breakers.
Finishing first is a rare thrill for any competitive runner, but for tens of thousands of weekend competitors, just finishing is thrill plenty enough.
Congratulations, runners! You have just finished the 1987 Examiner Beta Breakers.
They came in every size, shape, and age, all with a common goal, just to make it across that finish line. Finally, after miles of pounding the pavement, there they are, the pounding breakers of the Pacific, marking the ultimate satisfaction. Some found that satisfaction easy.
Great. We were too surprised we didn't win. We just can't understand it.
Others, not so easy.
Felt like I was going to throw up.
Hey, but it was all worth it just to cross that finish. And anyone who did has something to shout about.
Broken hour, that's all I wanted, broken hour.
We cut 15 minutes off our time last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was the secret?
We started 10 minutes sooner.
After crossing the finish line, it's not over yet. Everybody still has to walk another mile to the Golden Gate Park Polo Grounds to celebrate.
Footstock, as it's called, gives all the runners a chance to loosen their shoelaces and put their best feet forward. This is where you meet up with family and friends, swap stories about the Hayes Street Hill, and pick up that status symbol of every year's race, the Beta Breakers t-shirt.
This is what I ran for.
This is the only way to wear them. If you wear them any other way, then hey, you're not from San Francisco, are you? No!
Footstock is also where the winners of the event are crowned. Rosa Mota and Arturo Barrios get more than a crown this year. They get the keys to their new BMWs and the satisfaction that their names will be on everybody's lips.
Did Nancy Ditz win?
It wasn't me, I don't care who won it. I have no idea who won.
I don't know.
I think I came in first.
Yes, there's something about this event that sets it apart from a mere race. Maybe it's the exhibitionism or the universal good cheer. Or maybe these are just the symptoms of a mass endorphin high. Whatever it is, this race belongs not to the strong, but to the light of heart.
I'm the famous Mauer duck.
The duck?
The duck, the running duck, the famous
The running duck. Let's see it. Is it a waddle or is it a run?
Year after year, the Examiner Beta Breakers proves itself to be more than a foot race. For some, it's a party. For others... So there you have it, the fun and the games. Thanks for joining us.
And many congratulations to Rosa Mota and Arturo Barrios and everyone who got out there and showed their spirit today.